Every night, at exactly 2:13 a.m., Sarah noticed the same thing. Her neighbor, Mr. Roy, standing at his bedroom window, staring directly into hers, unmoving, unblinking. His expression was always blank, almost lifeless. It wouldn't have been terrifying if Mr. Roy hadn't died 3 months ago. His house had been locked up, left untouched by his distant relatives. At first, Sarah thought it was sleep paralysis or stress. But when she started documenting it with her phone, the figure would never show up on camera, just her own reflection. One stormy night, unable to sleep, Sarah grabbed a flashlight and crossed the street. She pushed open Mr. Roy's rusty gate, heart pounding. The house was dead silent. She peeked through the cracked window. Empty, dust-covered furniture. No electricity. She turned to leave, but across the street, her bedroom light was on. The curtains slowly moved, as if someone was standing behind it. Panicked, she sprinted back home. But when she stepped into her room, everything was off, except the flashlight that had been left on her bed, pointing at the window, and a note beside it in trembling handwriting. "Why did you leave me behind?" Robbie had just moved into a quiet suburban area. His neighbor, an elderly lady named Meher, was always warm and welcoming, offering sweets, waving with a kind smile. But almost every night, just past midnight, he'd hear faint, muffled crying from her basement. At first, he convinced himself it was an old movie, but the sounds became more desperate, sobbing, whispering, sometimes even begging, "Let me go, please." One night, curiosity got the better of him. He crept into her backyard, feeling guilty but unable to shake the unease. Through the dirty basement window, he saw a dim red light flickering. He crouched down and looked inside. What he saw made him stagger back. The basement walls were covered in photographs, hundreds, all of them, some from the street, some through his windows, and some while he was sleeping. Then the cries stopped. In the reflection of the glass, he saw her, standing behind him in the garden, holding a teacup, smiling sweetly. "Curiosity is dangerous," she whispered, placing a cold hand on his shoulder. "I like keeping my neighbors close." Ali's neighbor Faison had always been a bit strange, overly friendly, always borrowing things. A tool one day, a book the next. It became a joke between them. But then Faison started asking for stranger things. "Can I borrow your voice for a night?" He laughed once. Just joking. One evening, he knocked and said, "Ollie, I need to borrow some time." Ollie laughed it off and closed the door. The next morning, he woke up groggy, but something felt wrong. His reflection was aged. His hair grayed, his hands wrinkled. His phone had new contacts, unfamiliar texts, pictures with people he didn't recognize. And when he stepped outside, neighbors called him Mr. Faison. His own house was now lived in by a younger version of Faison, smiling from the window. Panicking, he banged on the door. "I'm Ollie. You're me," he shouted. The younger Faison opened the door, smiling kindly. "No, friend," he said calmly. "You were Ollie. Thanks for letting me borrow your time." Before Ollie could respond, the world seemed to ripple. And just like that, no one remembered he had ever existed.